We're here at the Cactus Rose Trailer Park, and when you come here, you can feel, the sense of community. It's very quiet, it's tranquil, and I've been told by so many neighbors that there's no crime here. And the other thing is they watch after each other's homes, they watch after each other's children, and I think that that's what makes it such a beautiful community, is that they have a complete love and respect for one another. And that's what's so heartbreaking, is that, there is a possibility that these over 50 families could be displaced.
I've been living here for several years already. I have 6 kids, and we love it here. It's very affordable. Of course, with my 6 kids, you must understand that I need to live at an affordable place. The oldest one is about to graduate from Del Valley High School, and this is the baby. The reason that that's the reason why we like it here, and what we would like for the new owners to do is to provide us with new homes and to keep us as a community united to be moved to another place, and for them to provide us with homes as well, because our homes are so old that they're not we can't even move them. So if that is what we have all talked as a community, that's what we would like, and I just hope it does happen, because there's 50 families that are going to be without homes by the end of December, I believe, as they're saying. So that would be the best.
Thank you so much for your contribution to La Prensa.
No, thank you.
Me llamo María Sarellano, mi hermano José, mi hermana Meli. Aquí vivimos por muchos años, esta es nuestra casa. Estamos muy felices, muy contentos, pero también nos vamos a mover, necesitamos que ver si nos pueden ayudar con un terreno aquí en Austin, o si no, también con una traila más o menos así en buenas condiciones para poder vivir.
¿Y por qué no se pueden mover con esta traila?
Esta traila ya tiene más de 30 años y las compañías pues, ya no las quieren mover porque se pueden quebrar o algo puede pasar. Entonces no, por eso no nos podemos mover en esta traila.
No hay terreno.
Y no hay terreno aquí en Austin.
Soy Saúl Madero, presidente de la Asociación de Vecinos de aquí de Cactus Rose. Actualmente trabajando al lado de Susana Almanza para poder conservar este neighborhood.
A ver las caras, ¿verdad? Soy yo. Ella es mi esposa. Ella es la niña más grande. Es Nelly. Él es el que sigue de ella. El Francisco se llama. La que sigue es Suset. No. Perdón. Se van a enojar porque siempre cambio los nombres. Ella es Natalie y ella es Suset. Con Núñez, y ella es mi esposa Rafaela Guevara. Y nosotros hemos vivido aquí en esta comunidad por cerca de 20 años. Y pues nos gusta mucho estar aquí. No nos hemos cambiado porque nuestra comunidad está muy bien. No tenemos problemas de varias razones, ¿verdad? Varias cosas que pasan. Y estamos muy bien. Y nos gustaría, si es posible, estar aquí. Y si no, estar en un lugar que se parezca a lo que tenemos ahorita aquí. Porque estamos muy a gusto aquí, ¿verdad? Y ahorita va a hablar mi esposa.
Bueno, pues yo soy Rafaela, ¿verdad? Pues nosotros, como dijo mi esposo, nosotros tenemos viviendo aquí más o menos como 20 años y sí hemos vivido muy a gusto. Nunca habíamos pensado en movernos. Yo no tenía una idea de cuándo nos íbamos a mover o para dónde nos íbamos a mover. No, eso no pasaba por mi mente.
The developer that's going to do this to them, is he offering any kind of relief for these people?
So last week the developers, Odin Hughes, came with their proposal. And so what they were proposing was $5,000 for the owners, $3,000. There's 2 families that are renting to buy their trailer. $3,000, and they were offering $1,500 for the renters. There are 7 little cottages, a duplex, and a home. And so they were saying that we'd offer them $1,500. Of course, that is not enough, but the first offer that was made last year was $1,000 for each person. So when we think about it, they've upped it to $5,000 for each owner and $3,000 for the renters and $1,500 for those that live in cottages. But it's not sufficient because $5,000 won't buy you another home.
Susanna,
And-
I've heard a lot, sorry for interrupting, I heard a lot of people talk about queremos estar en el centro, queremos estar en el centro. Susanna, how likely is it that they'll be able to find another home, you know, kind of like in central Austin with $5,000? How likely is that?
Well, they will never find a place for that, you know, for $5,000 or $3,000 or even $1,500 for the renters, because those places don't exist. So that's why they're saying on this 23 acres, could the developer set aside a couple of acres to make a new trailer park? And if that is not, could the city not donate the land at Lavender Loop, which is just across the highway, to make a trailer park there? Because they feel like the city is responsible too. So it shouldn't just be the developer. Yes, the developer should pay, but sure, so should the city. So the city can provide the land, it can provide the infrastructure. The developer could purchase bulk trailer homes for the people, and that way you keep a community together. And they will still be in the central area. They'd still be close to 71, 183 downtown, and they'll be right next to a bus stop, because a lot of people do take mass transit, and then their kids would still be able to stay in the schools that they are. So those are very important things
Now,
that we're working for.
Susanna, I've heard a lot of people in the community talk about, you know, it's important that we own our homes so that we can't get pushed out because of gentrification. Now, I've heard a few interviews where you've mentioned that these people are homeowners.
Yes.
How are they being displaced?
Well, they're being gentrified because they're going to be displaced with 356 market apartments. So none of them are going to be affordable. So there's not for anyone, I think, that in the working class or the poor working class community will be able to rent those. So that's part of the gentrification process. So that's why we're saying that by no fault of theirs, they live in the most affordable housing that exists in the urban core of Austin. Even though they don't own the land, they own their homes. So if you looked at it, it's like a community land trust. The community land trust that the city has, you own your home, but you don't own the land. So this is really like a community land trust. And the city can make another community land trust and make sure that it becomes a 99-year community land trust, so that the people, we know that once they're renting, they can be there for 99 years. And they're not having to worry that they're going to be displaced in a couple of years. So the city already has the concept of the community land trust. So what we're saying is provide the land, make it a community land trust, so that the community can stay together and they can stay as long as they want to in the urban core, because if not, none of us will be in the urban core.
So right now we're asking the city to create a land trust for the people that are being displaced here today at the Cactus Trailer Park.
So what we're asking, or the two things that the people are asking for is, one, can you set a land aside here for the trailer park to be rebuilt, provide new trailers at no cost to people, because 95% of the people own their homes? And can you put extra trailers for the people who are renters who want to stay together? If that's not possible, then plan two, can the city provide the land? And if the city can provide the land, and we know there's a lot of land in East Austin, can the city then put that land in a community land trust so that the people don't get displaced in a few years down the road?
And how likely do you think it is that the city will grant this wish?
Well, all the city council members that are on the dais right now, they ran on affordability and gentrification. So they are pretty much aware. So now we're going to see, was it just talk or were they serious about it? This is a precedent-setting case right here because the council said we've got to keep affordable housing in the urban core. And now here is a test case for them. Will they keep affordable housing in the urban core? Will they stop or slow down the gentrification? Those are the questions that the city council people will have to answer to. And it's going to be up to the community of the city of Austin to say, wait a minute, we can't get rid of the affordable housing and we can't continue to displace people of color. We can't continue to displace the poor and the working poor. Those are all things that this is a test case about and that we all have to work together to resolve this issue.
And for the La Prensa viewers watching, what is it that we can do? Like, is there a GoFundMe account? Can we donate to this community? Is there a petition? What is it that we can do for the people that want to get involved?
Well, we are asking, and we're going to be sending out mass emails for people to write to the city council to tell them to work out an agreement, either that the owner, the developer sets land aside for the trailer park, and if that's not so, for the city to set aside the land and for the developer to purchase all the trailers for people at no cost. So that's what we need the residents of Austin to be telling the council, is that we've got to make sure that we find a place to keep this community together and that we make sure that it's affordable and that we address these issues. And we are going to be establishing an account in the very near future so that people can donate funds, but we feel like it's the developers and the city that created this issue, and they should be the ones that address and provide the funds to solve these issues.
Thank you so much, Susanna, for your contribution to La Prensa.
Thank you.
I think the people have spoken. They do like the options that are going to be put forward by the neighborhood association. And they're going to have a press conference tomorrow.